Welcome to the Figure Zone. Really quickly, this is not a promotional video. I used my own cash money to buy this figure. Here we have the Present Toys Jones, aka Indiana Jones, and the box looks pretty cool. And the back has the usual warnings: don't eat this stuff, don't give it to children, look both ways if you're crossing the street. And the box is pretty cool, it's just a basic box. And once you slide that out, look, it's another part of the box, yay! So multiple boxes, that's cool. I prefer to open up my boxes from the bottom because some people like to display their boxes. So if you open them from the bottom, you can do any kind of damage or anything by accident. You won't see it up top, so that's always cool. You do have two trays. He's in his basic plastic clamshelly. And you also have the jacket, which is on the bottom of the second tray inside of a bag. I did purchase this figure at 16kit.com. In the description below, I've got a link down there. You can save $10 off orders over $100. Definitely check that out. Save some cash. Figures are not cheap these days. This figure is pretty cool, but at the same time, it's kind of a piece of garbage. Well, the body anyway. The body is complete garbage on this figure. He does look cool, and we'll get into that in just a sec. Now for the accessory. You've got a basic circular older style stand here, like one of those stands you get from like a stack of them on eBay for like $10. Basic crotch grabber, which is going to be useless for this figure. We'll talk about that in a bit. You got a couple hands. You've got a kind of a trigger finger that doesn't actually hold the revolver because the hand is just too big for it. And you got a left trigger fingerish kind of thing that doesn't hold the revolver either. Maybe it's for like this little book thing, but it doesn't do the trick. And you got like a whip holding hand, which is cool. You need that. And you also get another whip holding hand, which is pretty cool. You don't get any fists. He comes with two relaxed hands. Here's his revolver. It is super detailed. It's pretty much the same revolver he used in the movie. The hammer does go back a little bit. The cylinder does spin. I think it does open up, but I don't like opening up those because once you do that, sometimes they just don't ever close properly. But it does look nice. It's very cool. The detail is definitely there. And you also get a holster for that. I believe this is leather also. You gotta put it on yourself. It's got like a real working belt mechanism piece here. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got a magnetic flap. Once you put the revolver in there, a little bit harder to close. The revolver gives it more bulk, so it doesn't just close that easy. It'll work, but you just gotta position it like just right. And you also got his bag, which is cool. You can put all kinds of relics in there if you want. Store the extra hands in there, give it a little bit more bulk so you don't have to go looking for the hands. It's got like one of those snap claspy things on there, which I can't stand because you have to line them up just perfect. This one I believe is like a metal. Some of those ones I have are like plastic and they're just friggin' garbage. I think the strap is leather too. I'm no leather expert guy, but I'm pretty sure that's freaking leather. And you also get like a cool little book. It comes wrapped on like a little rubber band here, I guess, to keep it closed. And it's just a book. It's cool. It's a book. It's empty. If you want, you can write some stuff down there, and if you want to, make an Indiana Jones diary. He's got his whip here too. I don't know if this is real leather also, but it's got a wire up top, and then it just turns a new floppy thing. Then you get that thin whip piece, and then an extra super thin whip piece. It's very well done. It's braided. It looks really nice. And it's cool. You got the wire in there to a point, and then the rest, again, is just all floppy. So there's a little attachment on like his belt piece there, but I don't know if you can get that on there properly. His jacket is real leather. This is the first edition that came out like a month or two ago. I've just had a second now to finally review this thing. But it is nice. It's really nice jacket. It's very thick. You can see how thick this thing is right here. I heard some of the ones coming out now are more of like a thinner jacket. This is the first edition one. This is pretty freaking thick, and it's really well done, and you can smell that fresh leather smell. And to get it on his body, just remove the hands and pretty much pull the arms back on an angle and start sliding up very slowly. He also comes with an extra head sculpt. This is cool. This is his little smiling, smirking head sculpt there. I like it. It looks pretty cool. You've seen him use it a couple times, especially when he goes for his gun with that dude with the big old sword and realizes, oh crap, don't have my gun. Yeah, that little smirk going on. It looks pretty cool. It's awesome. I'm liking it. I'm glad we got 2 head sculpts of this. It does make up for the piece of crap body. So it's a hardish kind of plastic with like a little material kind of feeling on the strap up top there. So the fedora does look pretty cool. It's a little bit worn out looking too, which is awesome. It's not all brand new. You can tell he's had this thing for a while, and it looks pretty sweet. Without the jacket, he displays pretty well. I mean, you can get this with the jacket too, but I wouldn't leave the jacket bent in a position like this for too long. You may damage the leather jacket. Plus, it's a thick jacket too. It might bounce back a little bit also. But you can get him in some pretty sweet poses without the jacket. And here is Dr. Jones. And he does look nice. Again, it's got the same style fedora. The head sculpt looks really good on this. He's got the little chin piece going on there with a little cut, the scar. You also got the material kind of piece on the fedora top there too. It looks nice. They did a good job on this thing. The shirt is pretty detailed too. There's no like working buttons or snaps on the pockets. They're just basic pockets. The shirt there, you can see it's got a little bit of a clampiness there. I don't like using those things, so I just kind of leave it alone. You've got the belt. Looks pretty nice. It's actually a piece of metal on the belt buckle, which is awesome. And the shoulders look nice. The shirt is really cool. It's got some great detail going on. They did a good job on this shirt. The tailoring on this figure is really well done. The pants look pretty cool. They're just like some basic like khaki kind of pants going on there. And they've got a little Velcro, so if you do need to take those off, just Velcro. The shoes, I think, may be leather. There's no socks on this thing, so it's pretty much just, you know, boots / shoes. They feel kind of like leather. They have like a material feel to them. I'm not 100% positive. And they also have some real laces going on too, as opposed to just the basic sculpted laces, which do look cool, but the real laces give it a little bit more of a realistic look going on. So shoes are nice. The pockets are pretty much just like the shirt. There's no kind of closure or anything like that, or no magnetic thing. They just lift up and then go back down. So yeah, it does a trick. Again, the tailoring on this thing looks really nice. The head sculpts, both of them are really nice. They did a good job with all that stuff. So let's get into some other stuff. If you're enjoying the video so far, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. It helps out the channel big time. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and bell notifications so you don't miss out on any 1/6 scale news and reviews. Okay, the articulation. Now when I got this thing, look at that. It's not moving. It's like freaking stiff. It's, the joints are very tight. It's very stiff figure. It feels really well in hand. And the left arm feels weird. It's super crazy tight. I don't think it's reversed. I can feel all the bicep, everything where it's supposed to be. The right arm moves up pretty well. You can go pretty freaking high with this thing. They did a good job on that. And you can go out a little bit. You've got some swivel going on, and you've only got a single bend, which is not cool. And my left arm, for some reason, just doesn't move too well at all. So that right there was like, great, this body is messed up or something weird. And right there is the first red flag. I'm like, okay, trying to feel around the bicep, everything feels right. I mean, I can take the whole shirt off and look, but it's pretty much where it should be. It just looks a little bit weird. He's got some ab crunch and waist crunch, which is awesome, but once you move that waist around, it's very loose. You can get kind of like a little split going on in the pants. We'll stop that at a certain point. You can go up. It's okay, I guess, you know. Back is pretty much like a basic figure. You can't really do very much there. Now his left leg, I'm just moving the left leg on this one. And it's got the double knee bend, which is awesome. Very cool. And the feet have a basic ball joint, not a stupid square peg like that Empire Commandos figure that came out. So yeah, once I started moving this guy around, the body pretty much became like a loose piece of crap. I moved the left leg around, yet now the right knee is all super floppy. His waist is kind of floppy now, just from 2 minutes of doing this and a couple minutes of posing. He's going to need a body swap, I'm thinking. If you want to get this guy in some really good poses, he's look at you see right here, it's just, everything is loose already. The waist is loose just from turning it a little bit. Before this thing was a freaking rock. Now he's a freaking piece of chewed bubble gum just flopping around there. And head sculpt's taking him off. This sometimes happen. I always try to do these on camera the first time to see if there's any issues. And of course the neck peg gets stuck in the head, and it's a freaking pain. You know, you just pretty much take some pliers and get it out. But with this one, you're gonna have to heat it up a little bit before you take it out, because this thing is freaking in there. So what I normally do is I just heat it up a little bit in front of a space heater, then I can pop the thing out. It's a freaking pain. You just want to pull the thing off and stick it back on. And of course, the little insert for the headpiece comes off too, so that's not cool. Usually those are glued in, but it came off, so whatever. So after I heated the thing up, you can pretty much just pull it off a little bit easier. Then just pop the little head neck insert piece back in there, and then you're pretty much good to go. It's a pain. You just want to pop it off and pop it on, but sometimes you have to go through an extra couple steps. The smiling head sculpt does look pretty cool on him. I wanted to pretty much just put it on once and not have to change it out over and over again, considering the neck peg comes out, and but the smiling head does look kind of cool. So once you got the thing off the first time at neck peg, I got lucky and stayed in that time. A little bit pain to get the thing on. You can feel the inner neck joint moving around, and now his head is a little bit floppier. So yeah, not cool. Some pros and cons. He looks awesome. He looks awesome displayed. The cons, the hands will not hold the pistol. You got to use some blue tack, and the body is complete garbage. The second batch bodies, I've seen people just falling apart. So that's not cool. Whatever body they're using is just garbage. Present Toys, you're better than this. Throw that body away. I pretty much pose my guy like this, and I've got to use the waist grabber piece because he's kind of floppy now. And I don't want him falling on the ground and breaking. These guys are not cheap. We're paying a lot of money for these guys. We're not paying Hot Toys money, but we are paying a lot of money. So I still am expecting a good level of quality. Present Toys, again, you're better than this. Present Toys don't use a crap $15 body. You guys got mass-produced bodies you're using. Get a different body. So I don't know what happened with those second batches, but it's not cool. Again, if we paid $200 for a Hot Toys figure and it did this, we'd all be pissed. Now yes, I still do recommend this figure. It's a way cheaper alternative than the older Hot Toys figure, but just expect the body to be a piece of crap, and you may need to do a body swap. Check out the links in the description below. I've got one from my Facebook group. Join up and post some pictures of your figures. I want to have some cool figure talk. I also have an Amazon affiliate account and a Teespring account with some cool movie quote series of my 66 Batman henchman shirt. All the proceeds help out the channel. Let me know your thoughts on this figure in the comments below. If you want to order this figure, definitely check out 16kit, see if he has any left, and use the code that you can save some cash. Also, if you get this figure anywhere else, let them know in the order comments section that the Figurezone sent you. I'm trying to get you guys some more discounts so you can save some cash on these figures. And if you want to see some more 1/6 scale awesomeness, click the video to the left or the playlist to the right. Thanks so much for watching. Until the next video.